Hello everybody, my name is Kodansha and welcome back to another manga video. This time I'm going to be showing you my monthly manga haul of the month of September 2018. Now I've got a lot to go through here. I've got 87 volumes to show you, including one light novel. This is my biggest monthly manga haul to date, and as requested by my followers on Instagram, I have a shelf view. I'm just showing you the manga that's on this part of the shelf at the moment because that's all there is. But I am going to be doing all my manga haul. And I've got an eBay purchase, which I'm really proud of. So yeah, you'll see them across the video. So sit back and let's enjoy this, shall we? Anyway, first up, I have the light novel. It is Black Bullet, Those Who Would Be Gods by Shiden Kanzaki and Saki Ukai. This is definitely, you can tell this is from eBay because this has got a couple of folds here, but it doesn't bother me. It's in my light novel section anyway, because I keep my light novels with my books. I probably will read the manga because I'm more into the manga than light novels, so I don't know, we'll find out in due time, but I don't know much about this at all, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, and just so you know, the seller that I got my eBay purchase from is the British Heart Foundation. So thank you to them for giving me the opportunity to have it. Anyway, next up is my first manga of this haul. It is Black Lagoon, Volume 1. This is a purchase I made in a Japan day I went to a couple of weeks ago. I don't know much about the series. I just know it's in hiatus after Volume 10 was released in English or something like that. So I'm a bit bummed about that, but you know, I will probably pick up the rest of the volumes when I get a chance to. This is by Rei Hiroe, and of course this is a mature manga because this has explicit content. I'm not going to show you any of the art inside because there is a bit of controversy going on between Viz Media and certain manga YouTubers, especially InsidiousSwede. So I'm not going to show you any of the artwork inside, just in case something happens and I get copyright strikes. But yeah, I just picked this up on Japan Day. Next up is my first yaoi manga, so Boy is Love, and it's called Camera Camera Camera. That's Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 was actually in the eBay haul, and I got Volume 1 just before it came. Yeah, I actually read this a few nights ago, and it was not that bad. I mean, it's very good to have yaoi in my collection now. There's more I'm eyeing up, but yeah, it's okay. If you, I wouldn't think it's like a good starting point if anyone wants to read yaoi, but it's really up to you what you do, really. But this is by Kazura Matsumoto, and yeah, it's pretty good. I have nothing else to say really, except that it looks very girly, the covering, but it's definitely not. Well, if you're like a girl that likes yaoi, then fair enough. But yeah. Next up is a series I'm continuing. Oh, I should also mention that Camera 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 that's actually all the volumes. This is a series I'm continuing, by the way. This is Children of the Whales. It's Volume 3. I've been meaning to get the next couple of volumes for quite some time, but I've just not had the money or the patience to do so. And yeah, this is a very good series. I just love these covers so much. Look at it. I just can't believe this is a shoujo because it doesn't give you that vibe of shoujo. And I love the back as well. Look at that beautiful color. Oh, beautiful girl. And yeah, I can't really say much about Children of the Whales. It's just a great new series that's being released by Viz. And yeah, I only got this yesterday, so I'm excited to carry on. Next up is another one of the eBay purchases. It's Crimson Empire, Circumstances to Serve a Noble. It's by QuinRose, the people that made Alice in the Country of Hearts, and the art is by Hazuki Futaba. This is a 7 Seas publication, as you can see. By the looks of things, it actually has like a reminiscence to Alice in the Country of Hearts because it's kind of like the same in a way. But yeah. This is only Volume 1. If I'm lucky, I might get the other volumes, depending on how much they are and if they're in print and stuff, but I don't know much about this. So let's hope that this is good when I do eventually read it. And yeah, can't really say much else. Okay, next is another one of the eBay purchase haul. It's the first omnibus of Dance in the Vampire Bund by Nozomu Tamaki. Now this is also by Seven Seas, and yeah, this is so thick. Like, oh my god. Despite its thickness though, it's not actually the thickest manga in my collection. Like the longest, this is only about 624 pages or something like that. But yeah, it just looks so thick. And I might get the other omnibuses and binge read it. There's only like 4 other omnibuses, but they're not in stock at the moment. But I will pick them up, and it looks pretty cool, don't you think? So I hope that this will be enjoyable. Anyway, next is another purchase I made in the Japan day that I went to. It is Die Gelder by Hiroaki Samura, the same person that made Blade of the Immortal. I don't really know much about Hiroaki Samura, so I don't know if this is the best start to read his stuff. I may pick up Blade of the Immortal. I might ask for it in Christmas, but we'll see. But this looks pretty. This caught my eye because it was in wrap, because it's mature, ages 18 plus. So I hope that this is good. Or if you guys have any recommending me to get Blade of the Immortal first, please let me know. I will pick it up and then read this afterwards, but it looks pretty cool. Some badass girls by the sounds of things. But yeah, I hope I will enjoy it. Next is a fairly new series. It's a continuation of it. It's Fire Punch. I've got volumes 2 and 3. I love the cover of volume 3. It just looks so beautiful. But this is a very dark series. I know it says explicit content, but I only started reading it a couple of days ago, and oh my god, it is so dark. I don't get why it's so dark. This is by Tatsuki Fujimoto, and there's a lot of references to like old movies and stuff like that. I'm not going to say what, but I did share something on Facebook. A few people seem to find it funny, which is awesome. But yeah, this is a very good series. I've pre-ordered the next 3 volumes, so I should be getting them up until April, I think. I can't remember, but the covers are so beautiful. Yeah, Tatsuki Fujimoto is pretty good. Anyway, next up, I have Ibitsu by Haruto Ryo. Excuse me. This is a mature title. This is my first mature title from Yen Press. I picked this up in Waterstones, and I thought, oh my god, this looks pretty freaky. I have to buy it. And yeah, after reading it, I only read this a few nights ago. I read it, and yeah, I was pretty disturbed by some things. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but it was a pretty gory, disgusting manga. It's just at some points. But yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy it, and well, no, hopefully I will not be having nightmares over it. I did enjoy it, but it's not on par. It's compared to Junji Ito, this was slightly less good, but it was still enjoyable. But yeah. Next up, I have the first volume of the first part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Finally, I've been meaning to get this for ages, but obviously I just didn't want to get around to reading it. This is by Hirohiko Araki. There's Jonathan Joestar. But yeah, I am so happy I've finally got this in my collection. I want to collect the whole of the first part just so I can binge read it. And yeah, I just want it to be good. End of. I don't know much about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just know a lot of people have it in their collections, and it's a beautiful hardcover. But yeah, I just really, really want to enjoy it. Yeah, don't spoil it for me, please. Next up is another one of the eBay purchases. It is called K-On!, and I have Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, High School, and College. Now this is the complete set, actually. So I'm lucky that eBay that actually did this, because obviously this is one, and I didn't think that this would be the complete collection, because I thought 1, 2, 3, 4 high school and college, so high school and college spin-offs, but it turns out they aren't. They're actually just part of the series, and yeah, so all these 6 volumes are complete, and I don't know much about it. I just have the assumption it's about these group of girls that just go and do like some sort of music group of some sort. I'll show you the backs here, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah, as a kind of musician myself, I would be interested to look into it once I've got time to read it. Next up is something I've been meaning to get for so long. It is the second omnibus of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've been meaning to get this for so long. I got this yesterday, and I was half tempted because they had the other omnibuses to get the other ones and complete the set, but alas, I got one because I don't really have much money at the moment, so I have to watch myself. Oh, I should also mention, by the way, KO is by Kakifly, and this is by Yoshiyuki Sadamoto and Kara. So yeah, I haven't read this yet, but I will soon. It looks still awesome as ever. I don't care if this is like a new series. I know the a theme song for the anime is a meme. It's pretty cool, but yeah, can't wait to continue it. Next up is a series I picked up the whole set off when I was in Forbidden Planet earlier this month. I got Resident Evil, The Marhawa Desire. There's Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and Volume 5. Now, this was pretty awesome. It's a prequel to Resident Evil 6. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am a fan of the Resident Evil games, and yes, I love the artwork in this. This is just glorious. I'm not going to show you, obviously, because it's by Viz, but yeah, it's just beautiful. It follows basically the adventures of this professor that goes to Singapore or something like that to investigate some sort of bioterrorism of some sort, and yeah, chaos ensues, zombies and stuff. It's awesome. And like I say, this is a prequel to Resident Evil 6. That's my cuckoo, just ignore that. Yeah, it's awesome news, and yeah, I'm glad I picked it up. I've got a few friends that would probably love that, to be fair. Next up is something I saw on InsidiousSwede's channel, and I had to catch it for myself if I saw it, and it is the first volume of Shibuya Goldfish. Before I carry on with that, I should tell you that Resident Evil Marhawa Desire is by Naoki Serizawa. Anyway, Shibuya Goldfish by Hiromi Aoi. This is pretty intriguing. I mean, look at it. It's a goldfish with blood on it. You may think, what the hell is this about? Well, it's about killer goldfish, apparently. I have not read it yet, but I've pre-ordered the next 2 volumes that are coming out soon, and I'm probably going to binge read it once they come out, but yeah, this is mad. Just to have this sort of thing as a horror point. I'm starting to love horror again, and it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful that this is happening, so hopefully I'll enjoy it. Next up is something I've been waiting to get for ages. Again, it is the 4th Viz Big edition of Vagabond, so this is volumes 10 to 12. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I accidentally ripped this part here of the spine, and the reason I did that because I was trying to show one of my friends a manga. I can't remember which one it was, but I accidentally ripped it by pulling it, but I fixed it with super glue. I wouldn't recommend doing that though, but I just wanted to keep it. I didn't want to get a refund and say, oh, it's damaged, but this is still enjoyable, and I love like the spine is still continuing. So we've got this character here. I'm not going to say who she is because spoilers. But I'm so glad I finally got this. They had the 5th, 7th, 8th and 9th one in Forbidden Planet, and this is where I got it from. I got it when I got the Resident Evil manga. But yeah, it's still enjoyable. The art is still fantastic, and I still love the goddamn watercolors. It's just so beautiful to look at. I just cannot find words for it. But yeah, I hope to get more Viz Bigs, and when I do another manga collection video, yeah, you'll see the continuous spine, hopefully. Anyway, next up is another Alice in the Country of Hearts manga. This was in the eBay haul. It is My Fanatic Rabbit. We have volumes 1 and 2 here. This is complete, surprisingly. And yeah, look at it. It's about I think it's about Alice's adventures with the March Hare or something like that, or the White Rabbit maybe, but it looks beautiful. See, I don't know if you can see it, but it says in the number, in the second one here, it says final. So yeah, I should also say Vagabonds is by Takahiko Inoue, and this Alice in the Country of Hearts by My Fanatic Rabbit is by QuinRose, as you can see, Delico, Psyche or Psyche, and Owl Shinotsuki. Owl is a very unusual name. I don't know if that's their real name, but yeah, I can't wait to read this because I've got so many Alice in the Country of Hearts manga now. It's unreal, but awesome. Next up is something that I literally just got earlier before recording. It's the 4th volume of Astra Lost in Space. This is the second last volume in the series. This is by Kenta Shinohara. I've not read it yet, obviously, because I've literally just got it not long ago. But I will read it. The last volume comes out in December, I believe. I was supposed to get this on Thursday, but it didn't come because delays and yeah, that sort of thing. It's annoying. But, you know something? I'm still enjoying this series, and I can't believe it's only 5 volumes. Maybe there wasn't much of a plot line to go on. But I don't know. Anyway, next up, we have Attack on Titan Before the Fall, volumes 1 and 2. And based on, obviously, the story by Hajime Isayama, and this is by Satoshi Shiki, Ryo Suzukaze, and Thores Shibamoto. I think that's how you pronounce it, Thores, I don't know. But I actually got volume 2 from someone called Millie, who was selling some manga that she didn't need, and I got volume 2, like I say, and so I had to get volume 1, and I just thought, before this video, I'll get volume 1. And I did yesterday at Forbidden Planet, so I think this is a prequel to the main Attack on Titan series. I could be wrong, but yeah, I haven't read them yet, obviously, because I only got volume 1 yesterday, but I think I want to read at least another few volumes of Attack on Titan itself, because I've only got up to volume 11 to probably avoid potential spoilers. But if you guys think I should read this regardless, please let me know, and I will. Next up is another manga that I got from Millie. It is Play Brat, Volume 1 by Yuki Kodama and Kanata Yoshino. I think this is like a sequel. Oh, it's a collection of short stories and 4-panel comics from Blood Lad, so I don't know much about Blood Lad. I've seen many volumes about it, but I don't have any of them to hand. I probably will pick them up eventually, and yeah, give this a try. This is also from Millie. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah. This is cool. Next up is another one of the eBay purchases. It is Batum Volume 1 by Junya Inoue. Only in Yen Press. Yeah, this is another mature one. Like I say, this came from eBay, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's video game oriented. I love video games, so why not have one that's I think it's like, judging by the blurb, it was like this guy, he wakes up to like a place that's like the game Batum that he plays. Yeah, because he likes his video games, his JRPGs especially. But yeah, I can't wait to read this. It's so cool. I probably want to get some more volumes first. But yeah, it happens. Next up, I have a fairly new series called Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I have volumes 1 and 2 here. I saw this in Waterstones in one of my favourite towns to go to, and yeah, it looks absolutely interesting, and I just picked them up because this is a fairly new series. As you can tell, it's got the new Viz logo. So that's in volume 2, volume 1, yeah, it's fairly new. So I did look up the publication dates, and yeah, they are newish. So I've pre-ordered the next few volumes as well, just in case I enjoy it. It's a shonen, so hopefully I will enjoy it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next up is another new series that I picked up in Waterstones. It's called Dr. Stone. I just love that cover art. It actually came out on the day I went to Waterstones, so this past Thursday. And this is by Riichiro Inagaki, and the art's by Boichi. I don't know much about it, obviously. It's brand new. What grabbed me is this beautiful cover. Look at it. It's it's just, yeah. Yeah, you can tell it's brand new Viz logo. The premise sounds interesting as well. It's another shonen, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully I'll enjoy it, and I've pre-ordered the next volumes for that as well. It's pretty cool. Okay, next up is another manga I got from Millie. It is Gate 7. This is actually by Clamp, those legendary creators. Yeah, this is actually my first Clamp title, would you believe? And annoyingly, I would prefer it if I actually got Card Captors or Card Captor Sakura, whatever you call it, because that was like the first anime I ever watched. So I was hoping that I would ideally get that before any other Clamp stories, but this happened, and yeah, this is by Dark Horse, and I found there was only 4 volumes, so I may actually get the whole set if I'm lucky to get good quality secondhand versions for decent prices. So yeah, that happened. Next up, I have Gunslinger Girl by Yu Ida. The first omnibus contained volumes 1 to 3. This was in the eBay haul. I love this cover. It's so beautiful. It's a blonde girl next to a teddy bear. I wonder what this is going to be about. This seems pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's by Henrietta. Yeah, Henrietta is her name. It looks beautiful, and I just want to read it so badly, but I think I'll try and get some other omnibuses before I read it. Next up is another one from eBay. It's Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Volume 1. It's by Masahito Watari, Natsumi Akatsuki, and Kurone Mishima. Now, I don't know much about this, although I have seen a few other volumes in like Waterstones and that. This, like I say, was in the eBay haul, so it's pretty cool. It's got a nice spine and a nice cover art. But yeah, I don't know much about it, but again, I hope I enjoy it. Next up is another purchase from, another part of the purchase I got from Millie. It is Last Fantasy. This is actually my 3rd manhwa, so Korean manga. This is by Creative Hun and Yongwan Kwon. It's supposed to say Final Fantasy, but I remember seeing this in the Tokyopop, one of the Tokyopop sneaks books I had. They crossed out Final and put Last instead, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, this is by Tokyopop, so another Tokyopop title from my collection, which is awesome. It's a fantasy, obviously, and I hope this is good. I might actually collect some more volumes if I can get them at affordable prices, but you never know. I might actually complete another series from Tokyopop. I don't know. Anyway, next up is another manhwa / purchase from Millie. It is Les Bijoux, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. This is by Park Sang-sun and Jo Yeon-ha. I don't know how to speak Korean at all, but this is by Tokyopop, as you can see. I know that this is a manhwa because obviously it's by Korean people, but it looks beautiful. This is over half of the series as well. There's 5 volumes in this series, and I hope I actually get the other ones for affordable prices so I can complete a series of Tokyopop titles that's actually more than 3 volumes for once. So yeah. I also know that the characters are named after, some of the characters are named after gemstones, which is pretty cool. I love gemstones. Anyway, next up I have a second-hand find, Lovecom, Volume 1 by Aya Nakahara. Now, I honestly don't know much about this. I've heard about it before though, but it says they're lovely complex, but this is, like I say, this is a second-hand shop find. I actually found this in the British Art Foundation, and I got this for £1, along with a couple of other manga you'll see soon. And yeah, this is awesome. I just thought, wow, I'm actually saving a bit of money getting this. So yeah, I don't know much about this, but we'll see, okay, how I like it, if I do. Okay, next up we have another eBay purchase. It is my second Clamp titles, Magic Knight Ray Earth. Now this looks beautiful. Now when I got this corner here was badly damaged. It was actually raised like up here, but I had to put super glue. I've got a bit to go there, but I think I won't bother because it's in good quality now. Well, good-ish quality. The spine's a bit bleh. But yeah, this is the complete set. This is an omnibus form, and there's also a sequel that I might get if again I find a reasonable price for it. But yeah, Clamp, my second Clamp story. I need to get card captures now. This is just brilliant that I've got this. It is yeah, this is apparently a shoujo take on like swords and fantasy, so that's going to be interesting to read, and I love like the cover, and yeah, this really kicked off Clamp, but yeah, I can't wait to read it. Okay, next up I have another second-hand shop find. It is Monster Soul by the creator of Fairy Tail, Hiro Mishima. Yeah, I don't really know much about this, although the premise of it sounds like it's similar to... Okay, I know this came beforehand, so don't judge me on that, but the premise gives me a vibe of Undertale. If you've read this and you agree, great. If you don't, then I don't know what to do. But I can't wait to read it. I've actually tried to get... I actually got a volume of this for free from one of my friends, but I thought no, because it was really badly damaged. This is slightly bent all over the place, but you know, I'll let it slide. Okay, next up is a biggish one for this month. It is Nisekoi False Love. I have Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5, Volume 6, Volume 7, and Volume 9. Now you may be thinking, Chris, where the hell is Volume 8? Well, sorry, 6. Yeah, where's Volume 6 and 8? Sorry, 8. Yeah, Volume 8. Well, I'll tell you this, I could not find it. I was going to get it in Forbidden Planet on the 3-for-2 deal that they have for Viz titles, but they didn't have it, so that's why I resorted to Neon Genesis Evangelion. Because actually part of this is in the eBay haul, because I got 3, 4, and 7, and obviously I was going to get 5, 6, and 8. Oh yeah, 3, 4, 7, and 9, but I had to get 5, 6, and 8. And like I say, I could not find 8, so I just got 5 and 6. And Neon Genesis Evangelion Omnibus 2. But yeah, this is a funny series. Actually, part of the eBay haul was also volumes 1 and 2 of Nisekoi. But as I've already got them, I'm giving them to a friend who wants to kind of get to manga because of me. But yeah, that's good for now. I'll get volume 8 hopefully next month. We'll see there. Next up is another thing I got from Millie. It is No Need for Tenchi, Volume 1. Oh, I should also mention Naoshi Komi made Nisekoi False Love. Yeah, this is No Need for Tenchi. And this is the first manga I have with the old Viz logo before the most recent Viz logo before they changed it, which is pretty damn cool. But yeah, this is by Hitoshi Okuda. And look at that. I don't know much about it. It's got... This is very eccentric blue-haired character. She looks pretty interesting, but yeah, I'll try and get some more volumes of this, but I don't know how likely that is. It looks pretty cool though. Anyway, next up is another eBay purchase. Sorry if I knocked my camera a little bit there. It is number 6, volumes 2 and 3. I've already got volume 1, if you remember my manga collection video and my manga haul of a certain month. I can't remember which one though. But yeah, it's the same two characters by the looks of things that are in the covers. But yeah, I'm excited to carry this on. Well, to read it because I've not read the first volume yet, but because I've got the first 3 volumes, I may give it a chance now. I don't know much about it again, but I know there's like a light novel series and an anime, of course, but yeah, it's sci-fi. That's pretty cool. Anyway, next up is a long-awaited omnibus. It is the 10th one, containing volumes 28 to 30 of One Piece by Eiichiro Oda. Oh, also, number 6 is by Atsuko Asano and Hinoki Kino. But yeah, I've been meaning to get this for so long, and I finally got it because I found it. And yeah, I hope to like continue One Piece with a passion, because in all honesty, One Piece is my favourite of the big three manga. Even though I've read like 12 volumes of Naruto and I'm nearly completed Bleach. I know it's a bit weird, but that's just my mindset, okay? But yeah, One Piece is still enjoyable. I've still not read this, but I will. It's pretty cool. More pirate action. Okay, next up is another Millie purchase. Yeah, purchase from Millie. It is Recast. It's another manhwa. Go figure. It's by Seonghye Ki. I cannot speak Korean. I do apologize. But yeah, this is a fantasy one, as you can tell with the unicorn on the spine there. It's fantasy. That's obviously always by Tokyopop, as it says there. But yeah, I don't know much about it. I just know it's about fantasy, and I'm probably going to enjoy it because I love fantasy. Anyway, next up I have Takasugi-san's Obento. This is another eBay purchase. Well, that was in the eBay haul that I got from the British Art Foundation. This is by Nozomi Yanahara. I don't know much about this, although it looks pretty. It's a slice of life, so that's going to be interesting as a drama, and it's pretty cute. We'll see how it goes, really. I don't really know what Obento is. I've probably heard of it before, but I can't remember. So I think this is like a kind of like Food Wars sort of manga, but without the wars and that, but we'll see. Next up is another thing I got in Japan Day a couple weeks ago. It's The Devil is a Part-Timer, Volume 1 by Akiyohi Hiragi, Satoshi Wagahara, and 029 or Uniku. Now, I've heard so much about this. It's apparently funny, and yeah, I just hope that it will be funny, because it just seems ridiculous. I mean, how does the devil become a part-timer? How does he get a job and stuff like that? How does he get to Earth? Find out. This is Japanese logic. It doesn't make any sense, but it's supposed to be funny. I approve very highly. Anyway, next up is a volume I have been waiting so long to get. It is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Volume 4. I'm so annoyed with this, actually. There was only supposed to be 4 volumes to my knowledge of Twilight Princess, but when I looked on Amazon, there's actually a 5th volume coming out next year. But that doesn't bother me. Akira Himekawa make excellent manga. I got this the day after I was supposed to get it because of delays, but I still got it. I'm still happy. I've not read this yet, surprisingly, but I will get my hands on it. I will get my hands on it soon. Okay, next up is another second-hand shop find, along with Lovecom. It is The Saga of Darren Shan, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, this is a throwback for me. I'm really pleased I got this, because this was actually the very first manga I ever read before I even started collecting them. So this will be a look down memory lane, and I'm so happy about this. I mean, okay, yes, the quality's not the greatest, but it's secondhand, obviously. But I've got the first 2 volumes here. I wasn't able to continue up to Volume 1 because the other ones were rented out or something like that, and they were overdue or something. It was just, yeah, but now I've got it in my collection. It's just, yes, I'm so freaking happy about that. So yeah, that would be good to go back to. Anyway, next up is a Millie purchase / just to continue onwards. It's Tiger and Bunny Volumes 1, 2, and 3. The reason I say it's part continuing and part Millie purchase, because I got Volumes 2 and 3 from Millie, and Volume 1 I got from Amazon. I've actually been recommended to read this quite some time ago, but obviously I've never had it, but now I do. I'm going to read it. I don't know much about it. It's based on the anime. I've never watched the anime, so I don't know what it's about, but it looks pretty cool. I should also point out, by the way, before I continue. The Saga of Darren Shan's the art is by Takehiro Araya, and of course the story is by Darren Shan himself. But yeah, this is by Mizuki Sakakibara, Sunrise, Masafumi Nishida, and Masakazu Katsura. So yeah, I hope I enjoy this. I hope your recommendation is right, whoever recommended it to me. Next up is another second-hand purchase. It's the first volume of Dora Dora by Yuyuko Takemiya and Zekyo. And this is probably the best second-hand shop purchase I've found. It's because it's by 7 Seas. 7 Seas are usually expensive. But yeah, was an anime. And now it's a manga. Hey! I kind of knew a bit about Dora Dora because I've drawn a very craptastic version of the logo. The Japanese logo. But yeah, now I've got the manga. Hopefully it'll be enjoyable, and probably get the other volumes if I can. Nearly done, because the last one I have here is part eBay, part Amazon. It is From the New World, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this is a complete series. This is apparently a horror, but I don't know much about it. It's by Vertical, and this is actually my second shortest manga series because it's so small compared to Lone Wolf and Cub. Actually, it's not that much difference, but it will be going after like the main manga. But yeah, this is by Yusuke Kishi and Toru Oikawa. But like I say, I don't know much about it. Actually, it's an award-winning manga apparently, so hopefully it will be up to its hype. I love how suggestive the covers are sometimes. I mean, cleavage, fan service maybe, I don't know. But yeah. And that is actually it. I am sorry I haven't read much this month in terms of getting my manga haul, but this has been a very productive month. I cannot believe my luck from the beginning, because yeah, it happened. And I hope you enjoyed my shelf view as well. I mean, this is the first time I've tried it, and I don't know how it's going to turn out when I watch it back and publish here onto YouTube. But thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe, and I will be doing manga videos again, more of them, and I've been given a recommendation to do something that I am still in the process of doing, but I hope you enjoy this month's haul. There'll be plenty more to come in October, the month of spoops. What could that mean? Well, you'll find out. Thank you again for watching. Please give this video a like if you liked it, and hopefully you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!